Well, in the Wearside League, Windscale played their third game on Saturday. It was another away trip, and they were on the road again to Shotton Colliery, who'd won both the previous games. But it was Windscale who came back with their first win of the season after 2 draws. They won 3-1. The manager, Stephen Fawcett, joins me. Stephen, that sounds like, and I'm sure it was, a very good performance.
It was, I think, on the whole, it was kind of a strange game to put a summary together for. Really, first 15 minutes we were terrible, and rode our luck. We were trying to play the ball out from the back, which I wasn't against, based on the way that Shotton set up. It was on to do that, but we just couldn't get it right. Lots of bad first touches, misplaced passes, that kind of thing. So we found ourselves kind of scrambling, to prevent them getting shots off quite a bit, and they had a kind of a long straight ball back to front that caught us out, and Levi, our goalkeeper, had to make a good one-on-one save to keep us in that first 15 minutes. But then after that, for the remaining kind of period of the first half, we were absolutely superb. Kind of totally dominated for that period, and that's when we kind of scored a couple of really good goals.
So that was 2-0 at half time, was it?
It was, yeah. They played it was like a 4-4-2, but like a narrow 4 in midfield. So we had loads of space on either flank, basically. So we just really exploited that superbly. Owen Woodburn opened the scoring with a really exquisite volley, kind of on the half turn on the edge of the box. And I think that just settled us really after a bit of a nervy start, if you know what I mean. And then we started to play, do what we can do, and even 2-0. I mean, we had 2 off the post before half time, and then their keeper made a really good save from a header off Matty Pearce, which I thought was going in, but he got down really well. So legitimately, it could have been 5 at half time, had it not been for for the keeper and the post.
Who got your second, Stephen?
Second was Owen again. Yeah, Owen. It was kind of a really good kind of volley pass from Ross Leeson out on the right hand side, to the far left edge of the box, and then Travis Fife pulled it down, squared it across, and Owen tapped it in. So yeah, it was another really well worked goal.
So half-time talk would be more of the same, lads, eh?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we talked about, obviously, their threat being through our sloppiness, really, and that I knew. I mean, as we were walking in, I could hear that they were getting
bit of a
rollick, and so I was like, we need to be ready for them coming back at us. And to be fair to them, that's exactly what they did. They changed the shape instantly. So obviously they recognised where we were, were hurting them. I mean, you didn't need to be a tactical genius to figure that out. So they instantly they played with more of a front 3, if you like, and I think the idea there was to shut our fullbacks off from the joy that they'd had in the first half, and it did do that, to be fair. And the lad that came on in the right hand side for them, he was probably man of the match for them, if I'm being honest, even just based on a second half performance. He was superb. Yeah. So they really dug in. They got a goal back. I can't remember the time, John, but I feel like it was within 15 minutes of the restart, if you know what I mean. And then I thought, right, well, we're probably, we're in for it now. But instantly, literally probably 90 seconds from them scoring, we got the ball out wide to Travis. He kind of cut in on his right foot, and from the edge of the box, got a shot off just inside the near post, and the keeper couldn't keep it out. So we were back to 3-1 relatively quickly. And I think, again, that just settled us again, if you know what I mean.
It would knock them back as well after they'd got back in.
Yeah, it knocked the wind out of them a bit. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, they kept trying. They were they hit the bar with a header, and they had a couple of other half moments. I think I remember Levi making one other good save, and then later into the half we missed a penalty. Kieran Fraser brought down in the box, and then Travis stepped up, and it was, I mean, obviously any penalty save is a decent save. It wasn't the best penalty. I think Travis would admit that himself, down to the kind of keeper's right hand side. So that would have put it 4-1, and but unfortunately, like I say, it missed. So it felt. I said to the lads afterwards, it was a lot more stressful than it needed to be, really.
Yeah. So that would be Shotton's first defeat after 2 wins.
It would, yeah. They've had a decent start. They're a much better side than what they've been in previous years. If you look back at the league table, they've kind of been second bottom, third bottom, something like that.
Right.
Last couple of seasons.
It looks
But
stronger this time.
yeah, they look strong. I had a good chat with I get on with the chairman there quite well. I kind of message him throughout the season about bits and pieces, and it's really good people, quite welcoming, etc. So yeah, he said they've kind of got themselves a bit more organised. A few new faces in. I think they'll be all right, if you know what I mean.
And what's next for you then, Stephen?
Tuesday night away again, third one on the spin. Tuesday night away at Washington. Yeah, they're currently top of the league. Played 6-1-5, drawn 1. So
Nice.
I'm expecting a really tough night there, to be honest. Yeah. They're the big Gates at Lime Rangers yesterday, 4-1, which is a
That sounds
fantastic
ominous,
result.
doesn't it? That was a good result,
Yeah,
didn't it?
yeah.
What
So I
about
think
the team for you? It's always difficult on a midweek going away. How are you going to be fixed?
yeah, no, we're good. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, the lads, the commitment, particularly for the midweek away games, is I can't knock it really.
No, I think you
The
said that before, Stephen. Actually, yeah,
shift swaps and putting holidays in where needed and stuff like that. So
yeah.
we've got a decent enough squad. We've got a few changes, but we're not short of numbers, so I can't certainly be using that as as an excuse. We freshened the team up a bit yesterday. Partly in view of the fact of what I knew that we had Tuesday coming in and out and this, that, and the other. So try and rotate a bit. We've had a few that have been patient, not played much in the first 2 games. I felt like they were ready for for a run out, if you know what I mean. So yeah, looking good numbers wise for Tuesday as well.
The other good news, Stephen, is your reserves have won both games in the county league.
They have, yeah. It's good news. They're doing really well. Ryan's got them. He's got them playing some good stuff by all accounts. And I think I've mentioned before the kind of influx of lads that have came out of the under-16 setup, making that step into the adult game, if you like. I think they're adding like real energy, mixed with a good number of lads that have been in the reserves for a few years as well. So they've got a real mix of like experienced players, lads that have played first team football for a while, and have kind of made the decision that now they want to play a bit more locally, if you like. And then obviously these new younger lads in as well. That's
a good mix.
Proven to be really good. Yeah, so it should be a really positive season for them.
Excellent. Stephen, we'll speak to you on Wednesday morning. Best of luck for Tuesday night.
Spot on. Thanks, John. Cheers, mate.